Hello, welcome to this episode of Tracy's Tuesday Talks. I'm your hostess, Tracy Latona of Golden Rose Financial Coaching, where I guide growth minded people and small businesses who are stressed or anxious about their finances to conquering their money goals. And this week, I wanted to talk to you about staying out of the red this Black Friday. Cheesy, corny, I know, I love it. I don't care if you're rolling your eyes at me. It's a really important conversation to have because last year in 2022, Americans spent 9.12 billion with a B dollars on Black Friday last year. And according to an article that I read on Retail Dive, 35%, just over one out of three, a third Americans took on more debt for the holidays. And that debt was an average of $1,549 per person. So on average, those who took on debt took on over $1,500 more of debt to pay for the holidays. Now, this year is going to be different because we've got millions of borrowers who haven't paid on their student loans for the last 3.5 years are now feeling that stress of getting their payments started going again, having their budgets feel even tighter. So, what people are faced with the holidays, these people who are having to struggle with these student loans, is do I go even further in debt to meet that shelf, that expectation of the holidays, or do I make it look a little bit different? And what does that look like? So, part of the reason why I love having this conversation with people is because people get so excited about the nostalgia and 'tis the season and the joy of the holidays or the depression, depending on how you feel about them. And they lose sight of their long term life goals. What is it that they're actually working towards? And how are these decisions that you're going to be making in the next 2 months impact how you reach those goals? So, when you think about the holidays, I know they're super important. It's wonderful. I mean, I'm a Christian. I love celebrating the birth of Jesus during that time. And I understand, like, it's like, hey, it's the Christmas season. Let's throw in these gingerbread cookies. Guilty. Or, hey, it's the Christmas season. We've got a little bit of extra money. Let's buy some Christmas decorations. Guilty. And it's really easy to just spend that extra that you might have or go into debt to meet an expectation or a vision that you have. So I want you to take a moment and think about what is it that you want your holidays to look like? What is it that you picture in your mind? What traditions do you have that you've upheld year after year? Perhaps that's like buying a gift for every person at the Christmas party for your family or Friendsgiving or, you know, whatever that looks like. What traditions do you have and how do they still serve you? Perhaps you don't want to like have a Christmas party where you feel forced to buy a Christmas gift for that drunk uncle that you don't talk to any other time during the year. So I want you to really picture what it is you want for your holidays. Picture how you want that to look and how does that fit into your life goals? What I mean by that is if you're on a goal to get out of debt or you're building your emergency funds or you're trying to save for retirement, how is going into debt for the next couple of months going to help you get there? Am I explaining that well, guys? So I want you to think about the long-term life goal and just not get sucked in and caught up on the traditions, the vision, the expectations that you have for the holiday seasons. Another thing about expectations is ask yourself, where are these expectations coming from? I've had conversations with clients who are like, I want to give my kids this amazing Christmas. I want to drop like $600 on Christmas gifts per kid. I kid you not, this is an actual conversation because I want them to have a Christmas that is absolutely memorable because I didn't have that growing up. And I ask that question, do your kids have the same childhood that you have? If this is so important for you for them to have that experience because that's what you experienced as a kid with something completely different, your kids are going to have different expectations. And not only that, but while it's great to give wonderful, good gifts to your kids, I'm just going to do a gut check, a reality check here. Do you remember the Christmas present that you got when you were your kid's age? And while gift giving can be a love language and really important, look at one of the last videos that I did. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is don't blow your budget. Don't go into debt for the sake of meeting this vision that's going to derail you from your future. So if you are thinking about, okay, maybe I do want things to look a little bit differently. Maybe I want to create my own traditions moving forward. Maybe I want to like not hang out with the drunk fam and just have things look a little bit different. Or maybe you're like, I don't want to go into debt for Christmas because I have these other goals. What does that look like to be able to build up that vision? I encourage you to switch to a mindset of making the holidays about giving your time and your talents in addition to the treasure that you have. Perhaps it's volunteering some time down at a soup kitchen. Perhaps it's helping out at the church a little bit more if they've got like a Christmas program going on. Perhaps it's raking the leaves or helping a neighbor winterize their house because I don't know about you guys, but it's been several mornings in a row of frost and we know that winter is coming. Perhaps it's, hey, helping that single mom out with, hey, I'll pay your light bill this month. I got you. And experiencing that joy of giving versus the joy of like seeing people's face for like 30 seconds when they open up the gift and then they push it out of the way and they're on to the next thing. And then it's like, well, I just spent a couple $100 on that. Here we go. Oh, I'm really passionate about this conversation. Perhaps that looks like deciding to scale back for now. Remember that the choices that we make in the present don't have to be for forever. It's just what are you willing to say yes to now so that way you can say no in the future? Or what are you willing to say no to now so you can say yes in the future? Dave Ramsey puts it as live and give like nobody else. So I'm sorry, live now like nobody else. So later you can live and give like nobody else. So that scaling back is temporary. Having those changes is temporary. It doesn't have to be for forever. And then lastly, if you don't have a mission for your money, I encourage you to write down a mission for your money and create a budget, not just a spending plan of this is how much my bills are and what's the leftover is a free for all. That's what will get you in trouble. That's not a budget. That's a spending plan. That's what Congress does. Stop being like Congress. Stop it. Make a mission for every dollar that comes in so you know how much you're going to spend on Christmas gifts, on the decorations, on the Thanksgiving turkey, on whatever it is, on the holidays, period, and have a mission so that you're not going into debt and derailing your future plans. Guys, I'm not saying don't enjoy the holidays. That's not what I'm saying here at all. What I'm saying is be intentional and mission-minded about your finances during this time. If you've intentionally like squirreled away $100 a month and you have $1,200 to spend on Christmas, go for it, blow it, have fun. That's what it's there for. What I'm saying in this conversation is don't go into debt for the holidays. Because what's going to happen come January, come February, when you get that credit card bill or you get that loan bill that's due, it's going to crush you. And it's going to follow you for months until you get that paid off. And even if you're one of those who argues, well, I pay off my credit card every single month, you're spending a lot more using that credit card than you would a debit card or cash. Psychologically, that's what happens. So if this was helpful for you and you would like some help making a mission for your money, getting out of debt, creating a clear vision for your goals, or if you just need some encouragement or accountability on your financial journey, I encourage you to schedule a complimentary financial coaching session. I help people who are stressed or anxious about finances go from where they are to where they want to be and create transformation in mindsets, habits, and behaviors so they break that cycle that keeps them stuck. I'd love to talk with you. All right, guys, please like, share, and subscribe this video if you found it helpful and support this small business. Thanks so much, guys, and have a blessed day.